Hello and welcome back to the Self-Growth Project. My name is Paul and with me today is a very special guest. Her name is Sarita. And Sarita is actually a very well-renowned master teacher from the world of tantra. Sarita herself has actually developed a 7-level training course for couples and also has developed or founded the School of Awakening, which has actually transformed the lives of thousands of people. So, hello Sarita, and welcome to the Self-Growth Project. I'd like to firstly ask you, can you tell us more about Tantra and how it actually helps people?
Yes. Yeah. So I'll speak about what Tantra is, first of all.
Sure.
It's basically the science of life, and it was developed thousands of years ago. Nobody actually knows how far back in prehistory it goes.
Okay.
In India, and it's about bringing two opposite polarities together, whatever those opposites are, because our formed world is made of duality.
Sure.
And when we bring these two polar opposites together, you will find the creation principle at work, godliness at work. So Tantra has developed methods of meditation to help people reconcile the oppositions which are in life, the polarities, and find that oneness which is behind duality. And that's done through the practice of myriad different techniques of meditation, covering the full spectrum of human experience.
Sure.
And of course that will include the sexuality, emotions, senses, love, and spirituality. So all the different facets of life are taken into account on the Tantra path.
Sure, sure. Oh, thank you. I was going to say, can you tell us more how Tantra came into your life and how it helped you as a person?
Yes, well, I met a Tantra master.
Okay.
His name is Osho. I traveled to India when I was 17 years old. And once I was in India, I got very interested in meditation. And initially I started with a Buddhist meditation, Vipassana, which was a meditation practiced by Gautama the Buddha 2,500 years ago. And so after practicing Vipassana, then I encountered Osho, who is a modern-day Tantra master.
Sure.
And I was initiated by him. That's how I got my name, Mahasattva Ma Ananda Sarita.
Sure.
That means river of bliss. And then I just stayed in his community for 26 years and absorbed his teaching like a sponge.
Oh.
And that completely transformed my life. Before that I had been very miserable and quite screwed up.
Sure.
And through the practice of Tantra methods, then my life came into its flowering, and I discovered the endless source of bliss inside.
Sure, yeah.
And then eventually I wanted to share that. So after 26 years in his community, then I started traveling and teaching, and eventually moved to England.
Yes, yeah. Wow, sounds fantastic. I was going to say, what is the best way for people to actually start experiencing Tantra? How can they get involved, or how can they actually start learning its methods?
Well, if people are feeling a bit shy or scared about starting onto a path, they can always start with a book. For example, I have a book, it's called Divine Sexuality.
Oh, okay.
It's published by Finhorn Press. And in here, we're actually, I'm actually explaining and demonstrating how sexuality and spirituality can be merged. And this is a really nice way to start. Or you could start with any Tantra book. I also have an online course on Tantra.
Okay.
Where you can watch modules that have been videoed.
Sure.
And then we have once a month live connection on the internet.
Awesome.
So that's another way. And also come along to a one-day event or a conference or a course, Tantra course.
Sure.
I work together with a team of people, and we actually teaching all over the world, and so it's quite easy to find where a course is happening. Like I'm going to Prague soon, I'm going to Poland, I just came back from France, so a lot of traveling is going on, and just plug into the stream of Tantra and jump in.
Sure. Thank you. I was going to say, how do you see Tantra as playing a part towards helping develop the world as it currently is at the moment? Is it growing? Is it becoming more popular? How is that having an impact now?
In my view, it's now a time of a renaissance for Tantra in the world.
Sure.
And periodically throughout history there have been times where Tantra has been very important in the society, and other times where it's gone underground,
sure,
according to the political or the religious mores of the time.
Yes, yeah.
And now it is a time when people really need Tantra, because the society has attained a certain level of affluence,
sure,
even though we're having a crisis at the moment.
Yeah.
Economically, basically, people live quite well. And people have attained to a certain degree of sexual freedom, and
sure,
also the exploration into different kinds of spirituality. And that's a milieu which is very good for Tantra to develop. Basically, our society is made of individuals, and then if you look beyond the individual, you have the couple, the coupling of male and female, and of course there's same-sex bonding. But if we can bring harmony to relationship with ourselves and with the other, that forms the foundation for everything else that happens in the world.
Okay.
And I think that the imbalance in the world that we see is expressing the imbalance between the male and female principles in life. And if people can discover harmony in terms of the male and female principles,
sure,
again, that bringing together or weaving together opposite polarities, then we will see harmony in society and the world. So I believe it's of the utmost importance that people learn Tantra.
Oh, excellent. I understand you do, like I said earlier, that you've developed a 7-level course for couples. Can you tell us a bit more about the actual course itself?
Yes.
Yeah. What's the bit? It's if you could explain more on level 1, for example, how that introduces couples into Tantra.
Yes. Well, the couples Tantra is the journey of a lifetime for a couple.
Sure.
I've met many people who meditate on their own. They find a certain degree of peace or harmony inside through that solo meditation. But then they discover that in the couple there's friction. And they can't understand, why is it when I meditate alone it's not helping my couple? The couple is a third entity, so you have 2 individuals and then you have the couple that's a third entity. If you want to find harmony in the couple, you need to apply the principles of meditation to the couple itself.
Sure.
So that means meditating in your intimacy, in your lovemaking. And so in the couples training we endeavor to bring an expansion of consciousness and love into all aspects of love and relating.
Sure.
And including the sexuality. And that means practically that in the level 1, for example, you will be introduced what is Tantra meditation in the couple, and then you will go to your bedroom and practice those meditations.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And then you come back to the group room and there's some discussion and sharing about it. And because there's a group full of couples, all the different couples are learning from each other also, their experiences, and it's a very, very enriching process.
Sure.
To be in that milieu where all the couples are rising in love. Instead of falling in love, I call it rising in love.
Of course.
And you'll also learn in the level 1 tools for very conscious and harmonious communication. And that includes how to deal with the situations when the emotions get very strong.
Sure.
When you're triggered by your partner and you want to learn how to move through that gracefully without wounding the other. So we cover all of these different aspects. And then in the level 2, we're working with the chakra system and the aura and energy bodies, so it's working with a subtle energy dynamic. Level 3 is working with the senses. And so on and so forth. Each level will go into a different facet of love and relating. And one of the things that's quite interesting is that as you go into that couples training, you will be asked to practice a certain number of love appointments with your partner in
Sure.
the bedroom.
Okay.
And only if you finish that series of love appointments, then you will be welcome to come back on a level 2. If you
Sure.
don't complete your homework or home play, I like to call it, then you can't come back. And that ensures that the couple goes on evolving
Sure.
as they move through the levels.
Yes, yeah. Well, it sounds, well, for myself, I am interested in actually joining courses, and what we'll do, if you're interested in actually learning more about Tantra and the workshops available, there will be some links and information underneath the video here, and also some information how to actually buy her new book called Divine Sexuality, which is I'm sure I'm going to buy myself, because it just sounds and looks fantastic.
Full of wonderful pictures, very nicely designed. It
Certainly.
can be even a coffee table book, good for all ages.
So I'd like to say thank you very much for sharing your experiences and how you see Tantra has taken a large part into contributing to the world's development for people as couples and individuals. And I'm very much looking forward to actually experiencing myself the level of training.
Yes, wonderful.
And looking forward to sharing that, of course. The self-growth project itself, if you're not fully aware of the purpose of the website, is to actually discover and find ways of people to actually develop themselves through working with others or as an individual basis and sharing personal growth experiences. So we look forward to seeing you on the website and sharing your personal growth experiences. And once again, thank you very much, Sarita, and we look forward to seeing you soon, no doubt.
Good. It's been a joy. Thank you.
Thank you. And thanks for watching. All the best. Thank you.
Okay.